So gaming on console is pretty much a joke, and I'm not talking about GOAT controller players running high elo. I'm talking about XIM players, Cronus Zens, and DDOSs. And I know, mousetraps are coming out and all these things, but I feel like this is not really discussed about more, so I just kind of want to basically make a rant about it. So these three things ruined console gaming. So if you don't know what a XIM is, it's basically a spoofing device. Essentially, you connect this little device with a USB into your console. Then you plug in your controller, mouse, then keyboard, and then there you have it. Your controller inputs are now on mouse and keyboard. And you could argue, but what's the problem? Games like Call of Duty have crossplay, so you play against controller players on mouse and keyboard. The issue is that playing on XIM, most games don't have crossplay, they're only console locked. So when you have mouse and keyboard aim with the controller aim assist, you're basically just going to be beaming everyone. And games like R6 where they have no aim assist, and it's obviously a lot more harder to aim without aim assist on console with a controller, it lets you remove that disadvantage essentially, and now you basically have better aim than everybody in R6 Siege. And in my personal experience, when I was trying to go for top 500 GM for Overwatch 1, and I was about 3700, I was accused for XIM a lot. A lot of people said, oh, your sense is way too high to not be playing XIM. I would just spin around in circles to actually show I'm on controller. But it just really proves a point of how bad XIMing was. Even the top 500 leaderboards for Siege and Overwatch and Apex, but mainly Overwatch and Siege, people literally used to put XIMs in the names because you're technically not cheating in the same way as PC where you have aimbot and stuff, because for all the console nodes you're still playing on a controller, and it probably is the reason why it took so long for people to actually make mousetraps and everything, because it's probably really hard to tell the difference between a mouse and keyboard player and a really good controller player. But if you XIM, fuck you. So now with the Cronus Zen, is essentially a scripting device. It doesn't inject any files into the game. It doesn't do any of that stuff. It simply allows you to have recoil scripts, so you can have 0 recoils on any gun that you want, and you also have macros, so you can actually do things like automatic quit scoping and stuff, which is insane. I don't think I really need to explain why there's a big issue with basically having no recoil on your guns. It's cheating, no other way about it. For games like I said before, Siege or Apex even, you basically just have to play point and click simulator where you're just beaming anyone. Because you have 0 recoil, you don't have to worry about managing that recoil. All you have to do is just worry about tracking the player, especially with aim assist. Not only do you have 0 recoil, but you basically just move that not disadvantage, but you move a core skill part of the game, and you essentially just made that skill gap basically untouchable to yourself, because you have 0 recoil, and the other person, even if he has extremely good recoil control, he might miss 1 or 2 shots, and those 1 or 2 shots could count. This was definitely a big issue in the Modern Warfare 2019 days, because everybody was being exposed for using Cronus Zen. MOG players were being exposed to use it in tournaments. It was a whole big thing about it. Lately I don't really hear much about it because I'm not really on console anymore. I'm only on PC, but I still do see there is a big issue with XIMs and Cronus Zens. So when it comes to DDoSing, I'm gonna have a little bit of a run, especially when it comes to Apex, because DDoSing was such a bad thing, especially with the servers and stuff. DDoSing essentially is when they overflood your internet, so it basically switches off. I've had this happen to me in R6 Siege, Overwatch, Apex especially, and I want to get more deep into Apex. Not only were the people were getting DDoSed off the internet on Apex, but they were also being basically booted out of servers. It was really bad. Apex has some bad hacking situations, even recently where they hacked a live tournament. But as you can see in this picture, I was literally gonna go for Masters, and me and my friend duoed. He had a little bit more RP than me, and he actually ended up hitting Masters before me. Now I was 74 RP away from getting Masters, and do you know what happened as soon as we hit Masters? Well, my friend hit Masters. Our games literally got DDoS 4 times in a row. I went from needing 74 RP for Masters to about, I think it was 400 or something, or 600, because sometimes I would be able to join back the games, but I would be dead anyways. So it was literally the worst time ever. Once you hit the high ranks, there's literally no reason to play on it, because you're gonna get either a cheater, a DDoSer, and you can make the argument that this happens on all platforms, but PlayStation specifically had it the worst, where it was literally just DDoS. Apex was just an insane game. It was horrible being in the high elos. But thank you guys again so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. A lot of people, I don't really see much videos of talking about these issues, so I thought it'd be good to talk about, because I always cared about my consoles. I played on the PS3, Xbox 360, then I had my PS4 for God knows how many years, probably a decade. It's literally older than my brother. But I just hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you guys soon. Peace.